My name is George Rimbo, and I am the Fire Chief for the Lemont Fire Protection District. We have 4 stations here in Lemont within the 38 square miles that we have. We have all kinds of things that are going on in Lemont. We have big homes with big lots. We have some smaller homes, the older part of town, we have that. We have a downtown area that's very tight with some charming character with some older type buildings. We have a refinery. We have a corridor with a lot of hazardous type materials. We have big warehouses. You name it, we have it. There's about 30,000 people. That soars up to about 45,000 during the day. I tasked one of my battalion chiefs, Matt Pexa, with the process of looking for ladder trucks. The 3 top priorities I would have been cost. We wanted to make sure not only did we have an exceptional vehicle, but we didn't pay or overpay for that vehicle. We also wanted to go with a vehicle that was safe for our members to use. It's the utmost importance that we have a safe environment for our firefighters. The other one that I wanted to go with was the serviceability of the vehicle itself. Well, we know that Rosenbauer has a good reputation, and we wanted to make sure we would be able to have our mechanics' needs met also. They went out and they did their homework. They spent a year before we even went to bid. When they came back for bid, Rosenbauer was one of the companies that bid on the ladder truck. This is the first Rosenbauer that we bought, and we've never had a Rosenbauer before. In the beginning, we quite didn't know what we were going to get, but we knew what we were doing, and as soon as we found out that Rosenbauer was on the same page and they were a very reputable company, we had no issues. We were very happy.
One of the major key decisions for us and why we chose Rosenbauer was their Green Star system. This was really important to us. A big problem we had in the past was with our diesel engines and the particulate filters clogging. And that's because in the fire service, we're not really running our vehicles high idle, over the road for a long time. We're allowed to stop and go. With the newer emissions in the engines, the diesel particulate filters clog up. This is not only a cost to us, but it's also a cost to the citizens of Lemont. So with the Green Star system, there's actually an APU, an auxiliary power unit, located on the rig. And what happens is when the vehicle's at idle for 3 minutes and it's not in pump, or the ladder's not being used, or it's not in high idle, it's actually going to shut down the main diesel engine, and the little APU will turn on. And that APU has a separate heater that will heat the cab. It also has a separate air conditioning compressor that will air condition the cab. Along with that, it will charge our entire system. The radios that are inside, it will also run all the emergency lights. So by doing that, not only are we saving fuel, we're also alleviating the wear and tear on the diesel engine. The last highlight on the cab, and it was another key decision for us, is in being in the Midwest, in the Chicagoland area, we go from 100-degree days all the way down to sub-zero. Rosenbauer was the only one that really third-party certified their HVAC system. They showed us how quickly they can cool their cabs and how quickly they can heat their cabs and defrost their cabs also. So the HVAC system is by far superior in our eyes, and it was another reason why we chose the Rosenbauer product. Another thing we noticed when we were at the midpoint inspection was it was very important to us for members to be able to get off the rigs with their basic forcible entry tools that we have mounted inside. But then we noticed a void space behind the cab, and most of the time our members are going to want to grab like a 6 to 8 foot steel roof hook. So we asked Rosenbauer if it was possible to put a storage box underneath the turntable where we store a 6 foot and 8 foot steel roof hook, 2 on this side and also 2 on the other side. We asked for it. They went to their engineers, they said there was enough room, and then they fabricated this for us. So it was important to us to design a rig that's going to last 20 years. So some compartments we specified multiple shelves, knowing that in the future things may change, trends may change, and those shelves could be put back in. All the steps on a Rosenbauer light up, so you can climb to the top if you need to get to the top for any reason. On the side, we have, on both sides, we have storage for 2 SCBA bottles, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. One thing that was very important to us was the body design and the body construction. Rosenbauer is unique in the fact that they can offer you different types of body constructions. We went with an extruded aluminum body. The reason we chose this is being an aerial, when we looked at other manufacturers, some of them, as we had the aerial in position, the body seemed to flex a little bit. And with the flex, we noticed that some of the compartments were a little bit harder to open. So all of our other fleet are all extruded type bodies. So we wanted to stay with that. So with the extruded body, we felt that there was a little more strength. So as we rotated the aerial, there was a little less flex in the body. And when we were doing our research, it seemed like all the doors opened a lot smoother. They offer a lifetime transferable warranty on their body their extruded aluminum body and their extruded aluminum subframe. So we thought that was important to us, and we thought it showed a lot on their part, good faith, that they stand behind their products that much. The winters in Illinois can be very bad, and our water is hard in Lemont, so we have a lot of issues with paint. One thing that was important to us was to keep the paint to a minimum. So if you look at the back here, most of it is we have stainless steel up high, we have stainless steel down low. Around our wheel wells is all stainless steel and diamond plate on top. We kept the paint on the body to as minimum as possible, and that was just to prevent any type of salt corrosion moving forward in the future.
One of the things is our current ladder truck that we have, it's a 75-foot truck. This right now, this 100-foot Rosenbauer tower ladder that we're going to have, it's going to help us with the setbacks that we have, because we're looking at more going out with the 100-foot ladder rather than going up, and that was a big thing for us. If we're in some of the areas where we have large setbacks and such, it gives us the availability again to reach the homes. It just opens up a lot of things for us that we can safely do. We're not climbing ladders now, we've got them in the bucket at the end, and we're putting them up there, and we can have a bird's eye view, perhaps, I guess you could say, of what we're dealing with.
One thing that was important to us is our previous ladder is only a 75-foot straight stick, and the walkway at nighttime, it was very difficult for the firefighters to see climbing the ladder. So we decided to do, going with the blue theme, a illumination, not only on one side, but on both sides. This illuminates the ladder at nighttime. It gives a clear path for the firefighters to climb. What we chose and what's standard Rosenbauer is their body avoidance. So when I'm spinning this ladder around, it will prevent me from taking the ladder and actually crushing the body. Even though we think we're perfect, we make mistakes, but again, with the cab avoidance, the body collision avoidance, it takes it out of it. It does not allow you to do that. We have a 8-inch extended walkway around the platform. This allows, if we're working on some sort of unique area, you can walk around the platform. We chose a single 2,000 gallon per minute TFT monsoon monitor versus a double monitor. This also will go 90 degrees side to side. That was important to us. In case we're set up between two buildings, we want to be able to spin this 90 degrees and still get that full capacity of 2,000 GPM. In our town, we have a big refinery, and we want to be able to flow that water in case we go mutual aid to the refinery to help them out. One thing that was a big change for us is in the past, most ladders now have 3 sets of controllers: extend, retract being one, rotate, and lift. We chose a single joystick. This was a very big change for us, but over time, with our members, it seemed like anybody was able to literally get in here and operate the aerial. Because everything with the newer generation and the video game generation, literally if you pull a joystick back, the ladder goes up, down is down, right to left, and there's just a button to extend and retract. So at first we thought it'd be very difficult, but we found out very quickly that our members much prefer the joystick style handle versus the traditional 3-lever control. Something that we noticed immediately was when we were test driving the Rosenbauers with the aerials is the soft stop control. So if I'm extended all the way and I'm going right to left and I let go of the joystick or I slip off the joystick, the ladder will come to a soft stop. It will not just immediately stop, which causes a lot of dynamic loading and a lot of shifting of the ladder.
One of the things we like about the tower ladder is the versatility it gives us. We could be out on the street and we could be in an area that's older in town, which with smaller homes, very tight, and working there, and then we could get a call for a fire in a large warehouse. We have up to 1 million square feet warehouses that we protect. Or there's so many calls that we might have, or so many different options that the ladder truck brings us. It could be anywhere from dive calls to technical rescue calls to a fire call itself, rescue itself, you name it. And we have so many options. It's such an important piece of equipment that we have. That's why we're so happy to have it.